There's an old Arabic saying that goes, if you feel like you want to die, throw yourself into the river and watch how hard your body fights to survive. You don't want to kill yourself, rather you want to kill something inside of you. This quote stuck with me for a number of reasons. The first, that I've listened to friends talk about self-deletion quite often who for a long time struggled to figure out what the problem actually was. And I've had a few friends and family members unfortunately self-delete over the years because they weren't able to figure out why they were feeling the way that they felt. In this video, I will be discussing why giving graciously to those in need is the key to understanding why we might feel so awful about ourselves at times, and why we should prioritize giving to charity as often as possible in order for the energy that a person cultivates within themselves to be transmuted back into a good place. It's important to understand that choosing not to give to a person in need doesn't necessarily make you a bad person, but the initial act of turning away someone in need will ultimately be added to what the universe records about you while you're alive and thriving. As we get older, we understand more and more that it is up to us to cultivate good energy within ourselves and share it with as many people as possible who are willing to reciprocate. But as we get more and more in touch with our true empathic selves, we learn to put our own personal biases to the side in order to help someone in need. It's no secret that you see how hard a man is willing to fight when he has nothing, but you also see who he really is when he has everything. A man who is used to being in a position of having things yet might not have taken the steps necessary to cultivate good energy within himself might not feel as obligated to help someone in need. This is not the type of wealthy person you want to emulate. You want to emulate wealthy people who wake up with the greater good of the world in mind and are willing to sacrifice their own needs at times to make sure their fellow man gets help. In a lot of cases, you'll hear individuals discussing self-improvement in a way that lets you know that they're battling something deeper within themselves. However, if you ask them when the last time they gave to charity or another person in need was, they'll either not have an answer for you, or they'll tell you that it's pointless since quote-unquote the person is probably going to spend it on drugs or alcohol. Now, it's important to understand that no matter what a person presents to you on surface, you'll never really truly know what's going on with this situation. So to avoid cultivating negative energy here, give selflessly to homeless people without worrying about what they'll do with the money in return. It might feel like you're enabling this situation, but trust me, it feels a lot better than leaving a homeless man starving underneath a bridge on a cold winter night or without water on a hot summer day. You'll sleep better at night, you'll breathe fresher air, and the burden of turning a blind eye to someone in need will be lifted. I personally have had many times where I was low on gas on the way home from work and was already struggling to make ends meet with my own bills, but never hesitated to give a homeless person my last $5 or $10, regardless of what I was going through at the time. And despite my ego telling me that I should serve myself before others, I noticed each time I took this approach, I was put in an even better position down the road by the law of attraction. Not to say that this will pull you out of every single rut, but it definitely puts you in the mental framework of someone who is ready to solve problems and will quickly allow the law of attraction to work in your favor, but keep in mind that this works best when you don't post it on social media. The universe only recognizes acts of charity that come from the heart rather than from the ego. Regardless of your current situation, I can almost guarantee making it a priority to give to at least 3 people in need per week without expecting anything in return will make the law of attraction work in your favor, thus allowing you to think your way out of certain problems. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video because we have more related content on the way, and we will see you in the next one.